Do you have Facebook?
No.
How about Twitter?
No.
Do you have WhatsApp?
No.
Then what do you have?
A life.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, How to Reach Your Slay Era. Today's episode is called Social Media, Protecting Your Energy. We're about to unravel a prominent facet of growing up in the 21st century. The modern world, with its constant clicking and swiping on glass screens, are affecting the youth today in ways unfamiliar to previous generations. We're here to talk about personal development for teens in this century of social media. I'm your host, Reshta, and I'm joined by my amazing co-host,
Asleshta.
and a special guest,
Harshita.
Hey guys, how is everyone?
Good. I'm doing good.
So Harshita, Asleshta, you're both teenagers with access to the internet. So can you both tell us a bit about how social media has been affecting you? How would you have turned out today if you didn't have this access?
Sure, that's actually a really good question. Thanks for bringing this up because I have a lot to say about this, and it's such a relevant problem in today's world. Okay, so I'll start here. I come home from school one day and I have a lot of homework and a lot of tests the next day, and I get all of my stuff and I sit down at my desk and I tie my hair up and I'm all determined to finish in one sitting. And then before I know it, I give in to the urge and I'm slouching in my chair, scrolling away on TikTok or Instagram.
I know. You start with innocent intentions, just a quick scroll to check what's up. Next thing you know, it's been hours, and you're deep in the rabbit hole of posts, stories, and updates. This addiction messes with my time management big time. I procrastinate on important stuff, and suddenly, deadlines are looming over me.
It's a vicious cycle. Poor time management leads to stress, and the stress makes me turn to social media for a quick escape.
No, because think about it this way. What's the opposite of social media?
What?
A social life? Literally. Let's talk about the comparison. There's the body image thing with fitness influencers flaunting their abs, models with flawless skin. It's like, should I be hitting the gym 24/7 or investing in a lifetime supply of skin products? The pressure is real, and it's all thanks to the endless scroll.
Plus, can we talk about how these days everyone our age talks the same way, acts the same way, and it's like, where did our individuality go? You see all these influencers with their carefully crafted persona, and suddenly there's this subtle pressure to fit into a mold.
Exactly. Everything I do, it feels as if subconsciously I want to fit into a herd of people. I'll see a video on TikTok and think something about it, click on the comment section, and the second I see the comment section, it changes what I originally thought about the video. I start to question myself and try to change my opinion. Like, I can have my own opinion, even if it goes against popular opinion.
Asleshta, Harshita, what you guys are saying is so true, and I face these problems too. So if all three of us feel it, millions of teens all over the world also feel this. For us teenagers, this is really critical time for our developing brains, as we tend to be easily influenced and feel the need to fit in by following toxic trends. Social media subconsciously paints this narrative for us where we feel like, oh, I have to look a certain way, I have to believe a certain thing, I have to act older than I am. If these influences from social media never existed, would we have wanted to live that way, believe that thing, and wanted to look a certain way? Most likely not. So how do you guys think we should be coping with this?
Yes, I've actually been getting so much better at this as I've learned more about my triggers. Something that I've been doing to decrease my screen time is journaling and shadow work. I write about everything I feel and ask myself why I feel that way until I get to the root of the issue. Journaling helps me acknowledge the insecurities, fears, and unhealed wounds that social media conveniently helps me ignore.
Yes, that's exactly right, Harshita. And without journaling, we can be dealing with insecurities that we project onto others. And forget, we should tweet others the way we want to be tweeted.
I would like to add also the importance of having an actual hobby. For me, I used to be an avid reader in middle school till my parents gave me a phone and I slowly drifted away from it. But I have been breaking this habit and try to revert back to my reading. At first, it's very difficult because my attention span is so low, but you have to have patience.
That is so true, Asleshta. It's all about having that discipline. And the thing is that when you give it enough time...
Yes, when you give it enough time, you will find what you genuinely love.
Yes, and I want to stress just how helpful it is to turn those notifications off. Those little heart emojis and comments, they're like digital candy for the brain, and you will be munching away.
Definitely. The dopamine hit from likes and comments turn into a digital craving, and it's so easy to get hooked. The scroll transforms into a mindless routine, a reflexive action every time your phone pings.
So I know this is such an obvious advice, but how many people actually do this? Not a lot. And even if they do, they just pick up their phones up for no reason. Even if they was, it would be so much easier to break this addiction, and that's so crucial to becoming a better you.
So let's turn those notifications off.
And how about you get started on that essay due at 11:59 that you have been putting off for 5 days and then scrolling on TikTok to forget it exists? Let's get that 2020 4.0.